Hey everybody, welcome back. James here with you, set up on the bench at 50 yards. I have a target down range with my second camera, and what I have set up for you today is my competition rifle, which is my Ruger USA shooting team with the 18-inch target barrel. And with that said, in the past years I have said that, wind does not affect my accuracy that much, which is true. I have my gun set up perfectly tuned, and also, I took certain steps to get to this point where I'm at. Is first off, you have to start off with your scope perfectly level to your gun. Obviously, I mean, that's a no-brainer. And if you're shooting and you're shooting at a certain distance and then you shoot farther and obviously the bullets are veering away or whatever, there's something wrong. Out to a certain distance, the projectile should just come up in your reticle and be a straight line, and then after it just destabilizes it, it'll start to go off in one direction. But with my setup and everything that I've shown on the channel many years, no matter if it's air guns or rimfires, I don't have to really worry about that till the range is extremely far, and I'm talking about 200 yards or so. But right now with the crops up and everything, and it's really windy today. Today's like the most windiest day we've had in a long time, and it's the coolest day. It is like mid-70s, almost 80 degrees out right now. It's not even that warm. And the last time I've had this out was almost a week ago, last Saturday. And this gun is just unbelievably accurate. I mean, I have the same hold every time I shoot. And if you've watched my previous videos, my competition results, I tell you that I basically hold just a hair to the right of the bullseye on target, and my impacts are right there in the bullseye, in the ring. And when I shoot now, all I do is hold slightly to the right of my bullseye, and the bullets impact right there in the ring, right? Obviously, getting it tuned in, that's the question though, because with a semi-auto, you're dealing with a lot of type of the system, whether it's recoil or the trigger or this or that. So anyway, let's see what happens here. If I got it tuned just right, even in this weather, I'm going to go ahead and take a couple shots to warm up this barrel. I'm going to do that off target. See here. Now that wind picks up, yeah, that's what I want. There we go. Okay, now this is for the scoreable target. This is how I shoot during competition. So you only get one shot per bull. We don't do groups. Well, it looks like a perfect 100 score down there on all those bulls. Obviously, I'm not going to sit out here and shoot a full card, but even in this wind, I mean, it's on. Woohoo! And those bullseyes down there are a lot less than what I shoot at for competition. Those are 3/4 of an inch outside, and I typically, or ARA factory class is 0.84 of an inch outside edge you break. You get less points. So this is how I practice, and I can't control the weather. And obviously, this gun is still shooting spot on from what it was a week ago within the ring, within the 100-point ring. So yeah, I really don't have to hold for it, and I was holding just to the right outside edge of the 100-point ring. There's the camera. 50 yards, and you can see I'm well within 0.84 of an inch, even in this crazy wind. And this would be a 500 row on a target. Even in this weather, it's crazy how it's, you know, the temperature's so low right now. It's not even hot out, and it's still shooting that pretty good compared to weeks of testing prior. And I'm still on, and I was holding right here every time moving my gun. So everybody, as you could see, even in this little experiment that I've done, and I've said it years prior, and I've told several channels the same thing, once you have the gun set up just right, wind, no wind, it shouldn't really matter. You know, as long as it's tuned in, you have the scope perfectly set. And again, it just depends on the range. I mean, obviously, if you're going, you know, hundreds and hundreds of yards away, that's going to be a big factor. We know that. But 50 yards, 100 yards, I've even shot out to 200 yards, or I should say 175 yards, 22 LR casings back to back with CCI SV ammo. Cards in wind, you know, on edge at 150 yards with a $100 22 rifle. I mean, it's really not that hard. You just have to get your gun set up, get it perfectly shooting. In my opinion, groups are decent. You know, they're okay to go off of, but they're not the best. If you're shooting for a competition where one shot counts, that's what you need to do. And obviously this 1022 from factory can shoot, and I'm sure a lot of you've known that by now, especially with my scores going up in competition, and that's the plan. And this is what I get to shoot in all the time, no matter if it's wind blowing or not. So thanks for watching. I hope to see you guys on the next one.